Check, check. Okay. Think we are all good to go. Maybe. Wajah. Yes. There we go. Alright. Hey guys, welcome on. Tiffany here. I am the owner of Tiffany Cosplay LLC, which is a company that focuses on costume and prop fabrication as well as education. So welcome. If you are new to the YouTube channel, would love to have you as part of our community. So subscribe to the channel. It is free here on YouTube. And then don't forget to like the video because it helps support as well and helps with the YouTube algorithm thingy babobber. But hi Cliff, hi Blue, Jacob, Popeye, I cannot pronounce some of these names, but welcome on. Hi guys, I hope you all are all doing well. I know, new stream, who dis? It's been a while. I think the last time I streamed was for my birthday, and life has been kind of up and down. Unfortunately, there's bad news with Fluff, so kind of took a few weeks off because of that. I was still active on social media, but it really was just like, it's my job to post. So I'm still emotional from that, unfortunately, but I gotta still work and I gotta still make things, and it's very good to make things because it distracts me really well. So yeah, but Yuki is the other kitty, the only kitty now, and she's still very happy. She's very bitey now. She's in the process where she's about to lose her baby teeth, so she's gnawing on everything, and it's just crazy. So yeah. But some updates since the last stream. Oh, and thank you for everybody that for 2 weeks ago or whenever. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, the cards, and the presents that y'all gave me. I really appreciate all the support.
Yee!
And welcome to the community. Bonjour. We have 2 new sponsors. One is Smooth-On, and then the other one is Ronald Advanced Materials. They are 2 companies that work together. Smooth-On is more of an FX prosthetics, kind of just all over like anything that you need for like expanding foam, latex for prosthetics, fake blood, all of this stuff. And RAM is, so Ronald Advanced Materials is one of their other companies that are underneath them, I guess, that kind of ships all of their products. So yeah, they came up 2 days ago, did a studio tour, and then we went for dinner, and it was great, and they gave me a few of their products to try out. So I'm really excited about that. I got 2 blood kits that I might have some fun just goring something up. We'll see how that goes. So yeah. But other announcements, so my next convention is actually next week. I'm going to be a cosplay guest at Anime Matsuri, which is in Houston, Texas on August 10th through the 13th. I'm going to be doing 2 panels. One is how to prepare for a cosplay contest, and then the other one I think is leather for cosplay for beginners. As well as I will be judging the cosplay contest there, and I'll have my own table, so if you want to come and do autographs, take pictures, get any prints, talk, whatever, yeah, it'll be there. I also have my horn building kits, so if you want to grab one, you can get it there in person. Yeah, I'm excited. Back to Texas, back to the heat. It's still not really hot here. Everybody's like, oh, it's been a record high of 99. I'm just like, this is nothing compared to Texas. Everything is green still, so it's kind of weird. But so we are currently today working on and finishing our, well, we won't finish it on stream, but I'm in the process of finishing my Nilou costume from Genshin Impact. You can kind of see it in the background. The skirt is finished, the shoes are all done, the legging and random things are done, and then I've got the wig and the horns. The horns I'm really happy about. They attach with magnetics, and I have a little bit of extra support with Velcro, so that way, just in case the, just in case they happen to fall, I can attach it and it doesn't move, so yeah. But yeah, I do miss Texas a lot. I miss all of my friends there, and like, I like Omaha, it's cool, but it feels so much smaller here. I don't know. Yeah, I'm happy to go back. And my sister is going to be there too. She's going to be my handler, so I'm really excited. I'm also going to be having, so the costumes that I plan on bringing are going to be the Nilou one, because it's going to be finished. I'm going to bring it next week, so it'll be hopefully the first time that I wear it, that it all goes well and doesn't fall apart. Most likely won't, but you never know. I plan on bringing Megumin from Konosuba, and then the 2 options, which it will depend because I have to fly there, and I have to see suitcase-wise. I'd like to bring my Gundam without the guns, because the guns still take up a lot of room, but the Gundam with the wings. If I don't have enough room, then I'll be bringing San from Princess Mononoke. So those are the 4 costumes, but I'm only going to be bringing 3, so those are your options, or well, the options. And then there's one other huge announcement. that I'm not allowed to say yet. So yeah, but it's a really big deal, and I have to get passports involved. So there you go. So yeah, but today the plan is to continue working on Nilou. The last part that I have to make is actually the fabric part of the, I was gonna say the skirt, the shirt. I've already have the neck collar done, and then I have like the rest of her jewelry pieces done. Like she's this costume is so decked out in so many pieces, but she's got all of these extra little other neck dangly things and whatnot. But I finished making the pattern last night. I did the traditional wrap yourself in saran wrap and masking tape, and then from that I took pictures and then put it into the computer and basically did all of my line work off of that and made fabric paper parts of the pattern. So yeah, now we're going to assemble it and hopefully it will all work out. And reminder for all of my patterns, I release them on my website after I finish the costume. So these should start being available in like a week or two for Nilou. So all of the pieces as well as all of my 3D CAD files. So look forward to that. Yeah. I know, international travel. Yee. Sorry about that. I keep getting text. So yeah. But a reminder, if you're on Instagram or on TikTok, I'm actually live streaming on youtube.com/TiffanyGordonCosplay, and that is where I'm reading chat. So go over to YouTube. Yeah. I know. Mysterious announcement. Okay. I'm gonna switch over to this one. I'm like one of the things y'all got me for my birthday was a gaming laptop, which means Twitch gaming streams will be coming back. It's been almost 2 years since I've done a gaming stream for y'all. So YouTube will still stay the same with all of my cosplay, my live crafting streams, but every now and then I plan on doing some gaming streams on Twitch again. I really miss those. And then those will go to my gaming YouTube. If you didn't know I had one, I had one. But I haven't posted anything in years on there. But my old stream deck, which was in here, is now in the gaming room. And then I have a smaller, the 6-key stream deck in here, and I'm getting used to it. So, but yeah, here is the pattern. I already messed up on one part I have to fix. When I was going through, I'm like, oh, the pattern overlays on here. I need to shift that, so. But I've already cut them all, so now we need to tape them together and then cut the individual pieces, and then we can transfer this over to fabric. So yeah, this piece I don't need to do though, but yep. Okay, where's my tape? There's my tape. Anime Matsuri is a really big anime convention. So I'm going to be at that one, but I don't go to conventions unless I'm a guest at it, just because I cannot afford it whatsoever. So if you do want to see me at any conventions specifically, then write to them requesting me as a guest, and maybe they will invite me. But otherwise, I cannot afford to go to conventions at this point. I have been saving for BlizzCon, and that is my one convention that I'm going for fun, at least for now. Yes. So, lots of stuff, but hi Shadow Mount, how are you? Okay, this one I don't need to tape. Let's see, you connect to this one here. Lots and lots of parts. Hi Colin, welcome on. Hope you're doing well. Excited for the big announcement. Progressing in recording speed when it comes to crafting. Do you focus on going fast, or so how do you go fast without losing quality? In general, I work pretty fast. I am also a workaholic, and I really enjoy making things. And I'm also probably a little ADHD, and I hyper-focus on things, and that just kind of makes it so I sit there and work on things for a long time. But I get really bored easily too, which is why typically I'm working on like 3 costumes at once, or I have other side projects going on, and that's just so I can kind of, if I get bored of one thing or one material, I can work on something else. But I'd say staying organized is probably the biggest thing for working fast, and then working as if you're making like an assembly line. So when I did all of my 3D modeled parts for this piece, like all of the jewelry, I pretty much catted all of them, and then I had them printing for days, and while they were printing, I was doing work up here because my printer's in the basement, sorry. So I could multitask with that. Same with painting. So typically if I'm painting, you do a coat of paint and then you have to walk away and let it dry. So while that's drying, I'll be working on something upstairs, or I'll be taking a break and playing the game. Right now I've been playing Pikmin 4. That's been my break in between painting. It has saved me so much. But staying organized, doing it like an assembly line. So once everything was printed, then I painted everything at once. It also helps to keep a consistency of quality. So even if that quality is of whatever level, they all look the same, rather than painting, like finishing one piece at a time. So if you made one piece out of EVA foam for a gauntlet, and then you finished it completely, so you made it, then you painted it, and then it's done, but you haven't done anything else. Well, now you're basically starting over each time, rather than for all of your EVA foam parts, making it at once, and then once all of them are made out of foam, going and painting them all together. It's gonna make it where it's actually a lot faster, and then you also have the same look on all of them, rather than if you come back like 2 months later to paint another piece, your paint, just how your style might change that day. Because painting is very much, especially with airbrush painting, is, in my opinion, more of an emotional thing, where if you're frustrated that day, you might tend to rush a step, and so it might look a little messy. Where if you are more happy that day, you're relaxed, you're more likely to take your time, and it's gonna turn out better in the end. So yeah, did that answer your question? I'm sorry, I kind of just went off, so I don't know. I'm gonna cut off some of these pieces so it's easier for us to manage. I know it's gonna be a little bit difficult to see with taping right now. Go there. You can go away. Okay. I keep putting things over this. A jigsaw puzzle stream? For the first part, kind of, connecting each piece to which one. But it shouldn't take that long, because everything's been like I've already trimmed all the borders, so we're just taping the pieces together. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing you in the design. Yeah! I'm excited! We'll see, I have a few options, so I don't really know what's gonna happen with BlizzCon right now. So yeah. But I'm really excited to go. I'm excited just to see, because I've never been to BlizzCon, and it's like a dream con of mine that I've always wanted to go to. And yeah. No, the struggle, yeah. It's a struggle. It's a curse and a blessing at the same time, because I really hyperfixate on things, like, oh my gosh. But then I get the oh shiny syndrome too, of I can't focus at all and everything's just like I'm all over the place, and I'm sure it comes across every now and then on stream. But yeah, I know, especially when I did gaming streams, there was some times when I would play and then I'd just be like, I can't focus here at all. I cannot, like, I'm normally really good at multitasking and like I can do everything, but then there's some days where I can't do anything and it's bad. So yeah. Starting everything together. So if y'all saw, the part up here is actually the white part that goes over. This is the main blue area, and then these are starting to be some of the sleeve parts. But yeah, the plan going forward will be this one. I'm hoping to finish by the end of this weekend. That way I have a few days before I go to the convention to pack, make sure I'm all sorted. I do have to fix one thing on the Gundam, just for the leg pieces. When I did my photo shoot recently, they kept coming off. So yeah, I'm gonna fix that, but excited. Oh, I have one other thing I can show y'all. I just remembered. So besides having the Gundam prints that just came in, and for everybody that did pre-orders, I'm hoping to ship all of the prints that y'all ordered today. But y'all know I do, for conventions, they're exclusive banners, and I did a new one, and it just came in, and I just rolled over something. Nope, no I didn't. Never mind. Let's see. Let's see. Do. Ha. Okay. Ready? Ready? New Gundam banner. So this one will be available at Anime Matsuri with, I think I have 3 or 4 other banners. So yeah. And they're nice little ones for people that are more of a collector on these. And I only do one of them, so I'll never redo the same image. I might do another banner of that costume, but not the same pose. So everybody that wants one, they get like a con exclusive, one of a kind banner. So yeah, there's one. It's out because I have to pack it still. There we go. And cheers, guys. Thank you for watching. Reminder, if you're on Instagram or TikTok, I'm live streaming on youtube.com/TiffanyGordonCosplay, and that is where I'm reading chat. For those that are on YouTube, remember to subscribe to the channel. It is free, as well as don't forget to like the video. Okay. Is there a cosplay competition at BlizzCon? If so, are you competing? There is. I would like to compete, but it's not 100% decided yet. So yeah, and if I was going to compete, it would be with my Lilith costume from Diablo. And so the plan is Nilou finishing that up, and then when I come back from Anime Matsuri, it's full force on Lilith. So working on finishing up the wings. I still have to make the tail, and then I want to make the Diablo head, but not 100% sure. So that's kind of, oh, sorry. Let me flip to that. Kind of where I am with that. And that'll be my next focus for like the rest of August. I still have the wings. The wings are probably like, I want to say like 45% done. I already have all of the frames done. I have like the bone structure of all of them. I already have the harness designed. I just haven't printed it yet. And then the long part that is with this wings is all of the details adding to it. I'm also working with a new material for the wings of latex sheets for kind of like the webbing in between. And so that's going to be a new material of working with, figuring out which paints work best with it and which glues. I have specific latex glue, and I did samples of it a while back, but I wasn't happy with it, so I got to kind of play around with it a little bit more. So yeah. Okay, that's that one. Let's see, you are page 14, you connect to page 10, which is you. Okay. But yeah, and then I'll be working on a side project at the same time. So, fun. And also finally finishing up tutorials. Oh my gosh, I have Megumin tutorials. I still have the Junker Queen tutorials from when I made the axe. People are still asking for those, and I made that in like January, and I am so far behind with tutorials, so I'll be catching up on that. And then I have some other sampling stuff that I want to do. So yeah. Lots and lots of things happening. I think we're going to go ahead and cut that part. Actually, well, I want to take this one last section. So, yeah. How many hours of a day do you usually work? It depends on the day. Typically, I wake up around like 8:30, and then I take care of the critter and myself, and then I post, and I try to get to work at like around 10 a.m. So I spend about like an hour doing social media, where I typically in the morning edit a video of whatever I worked on, and then I try to post it by 10 a.m. It doesn't always happen. And then lately I haven't been working as much, just because I've been trying to do self-care, and just like with the loss of Fluff, I've been trying to kind of manage my time back and forth. So yeah, but it just depends. Normally I do dinner super early, so I try to stop work. Like I do lunch at, let's see, work from 10 to probably like 11:30, then I do lunch, and then I work from 12 to typically around 4, and then start doing dinner, and then I a lot of times go back to work at like 5:30 or 6, and then I try to stop working at 10 p.m. and then take a shower, watch shows, and then try to go to sleep at like 11:30 or 12. That's my general schedule. A little crazy, but it just depends on what I'm working on. So. Okay. So I don't need this part. I've already got the stencil done for that. Some of these pieces I do plan on cutting out of leather, so they won't be used on here as well. Ooh, we should add some tape there. But yeah, if I'm in an actual con crunch mode, I'll wake up early and I just like go all day for working on things. But I'm trying to have break time. I try to at least do some gaming every night, whether it's Diablo or Pikmin. With Pikmin, I've already finished the main story, and then they had 2 levels after that, and I'm at like, one of them I've already 100%ed, and then the other one I have to get the stupid gold bar, and I don't have enough Pikmin, so I gotta go farm them and whatnot. Makes sense if you play the game.
Write it down, write it down!
Adam, thank you for the legendary member. Remember, I really appreciate it. Hi from work. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you. I appreciate it. Of 18 months. Much love, and I will write it down. My pen disappeared though. Did y'all see where it went? Found it. Where's it at? Got it. Thank you. But yeah, and then with Diablo, I'm really slow because I got to the point where I kept doing side quests, and I've always loved doing side quests and exploring, but the problem is that they want you to finish the main story first before doing side quests, so I kind of hit where I just don't level anymore, and I think I'm at like level 54, and I've finally been just doing the main campaign this whole time for like the last week or so, whenever I play it here and there. and I just hit, I don't want to do spoilers. I just hit a really big cinematic in-game where there was a lot of fighting, and then I lost connection halfway through it. I still was able to finish the cinematic, but then I had to rewatch it, and after that I was kind of like, I'm just going to stop here for now. So that's where I am. I think I'm in, like, Act 4. I have no idea how much more I have. Please, no spoilers.
Write it down, write it down.
Yeah. That's where I am with it as of right now. Real, thank you for also the legendary support of also 18 months. Side quests are awesome. I appreciate it. Much love. I write it down.
Yee.
And welcome to the community as well. Are you planning on going to Matsuri, Real? Got it. Thank you, thank you. Usually 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. She responds to all your social media posts. Yeah, I always find it funny because I know you do it to help with the algorithm too, but it's like when I sit down, I respond to like a ton of stuff when I can. YouTube's kind of, I skip a lot of stuff on YouTube because a lot of it is like, I'm done with this short because it's hit so many stuff and I just don't want to hear all the trolls anymore. But I know with yours clip, you'll get like the same response or like different ones. I try to mix it up for you. But yeah, you get a lot. Okay, there is that one. And then you're done with these. This is where I have to fix my, oh, y'all can't see it. Sorry. I have to fix my pattern where when I laid it down, I didn't pay attention and I overlapped that. So I just gotta move it. Okay. That one's done. Let's see. You're done. You try to, yeah, I figured as much. You're like, there's a few people, but I think you probably comment the most on everything for, like, over all of my social platforms. But there's a few people that they comment on everything just on that one platform. So. Okay. And actually, I don't really need to take these, but I'm still going to. These are all supposed to be the gold trim onto the sleeves. So. But yeah, does anybody have any exciting news or any announcements since the last stream? I know we had quite a bit of birthdays, at least through Discord and stuff. Okay, that one. I think this one connects to here. That's 15. No, 14 connects to it. No, there we go. Okay. Here. Won't be able to go to inventory. Still gotta work on stuff for Dragon. Oh, okay. Is that is DragonCon where you're trying to finish the Gundam for? Realized I didn't read like a lot of stuff on top. Hi Caspian, how are you? Tiff in the Tiff Nation. Okay, you're all gonna be praising Yuki soon. The land of the Yuki. She's actually been pretty good today, surprisingly. She's usually a little demon kitty with how wild she's been lately. She's definitely kissing. You're going to Cosplay World Richmond. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll be curious on that one. They had invited me, but it was too close to some, like, Matsuri and then some other event stuff, so. But yeah, I want to say they have like 10 or 20 cosplayers going to it, like cosplay guests, which is pretty cool. Okay. And that is our last one. So we can start cutting out our pieces. Hope to have it finished by dry. Okay. You applied for a remote HR job and did your first interview, keeping your fingers crossed but not getting your hopes up. Oh, well, congratulations! You had the interview with it, which is great. I crossed my fingers for you too. Keep us posted on that one. I know you've been trying for a while to get a different position, so hopefully it would be better. Mm-hmm. Okay, now we'll cut our pieces. We should be done with the taperoo. For those that are on Instagram or TikTok, reminder, I am live streaming on youtube.com/TiffanyCosplay, and that is actually where I am reading chat and answering questions, so go over to YouTube for that. Yeah. Okay. So, just quickly cut out our pieces. And then we'll start getting our fabric out. There's a lot of swirly stuff, but not all the swirly stuff is in this part. It's just for kind of alignment. The sleeves are definitely something I was kind of putting off because they're really complex. They have this awkward, like, pointy bottom part to them, and the fabric material doesn't really work that way. And then having all these other elements on it that are heavy just kind of is like a little more, wasn't sure how I was gonna do it. So it's been I think this is like my third time with doing this. So I tried doing it originally on my dress form, wasn't happy with it because my dress form's not my size anyway. It's way too large, and it just, the proportions were all wrong. It's like, well, why don't I just do my traditional wrapping way and yada yada yada. So we're seeing this way, but I'm planning on just like going for it, and we're just gonna make it. I'm not gonna do a mock-up. A lot of times I'll do a kind of mock-up with just some scrap fabric, but I just want this to be done, and we're gonna hope that it works. Cross your fingers. Yeah. And I gotta move this tape. Masking tape. It's gonna go stick over here. Yuki jumps on everything right now, and she's crawling into, she really likes cords. And my house, I have a computer in every room, and lots of cords, and all my cords are like very well managed, but it's a lot, and so I have like masking tape on every surface to try to keep her off, and she's learned some of them, but other ones she's more, you get mad at her, you tell her no, she does it 5 times again, like right away and more aggressively, because then it turns into a game. Same with going into the basement. That is like her goal every time you open the door, is to run as far as she can in there and not get caught. And the basement is like a scary place for little kids in, because that's where I do all of my painting, all of my chemicals are down there, and there's lots of bugs in the basement, which I don't like. We have one of the things I don't like about Nebraska is we have these really nasty, like, they're kind of like centipedes, but they're not, and they have like, if they're that long, they have like a tail that's that long, just like a little stringy thing, and ugh. I hate them. They're gross. But yeah, and like we do bug spray around every single edge, so I find them dead most of the time. But yeah. This is the. I'm not a fan of bugs. You can go over there. My first cosplay was back in 2008, and it was Misa from Death Note, which is an anime. A bit of a time. You're working on a new cosplay from Lord of the Rings? Cool. Cool. You can, if you want to share any of your work in progress stuff, we have a Discord if you'd like to share any of your pictures of your process and whatnot, or any of your finished ones. !Discord. Yeah. I always like seeing what everybody's making. We've had a lot of Gundam pictures on our Discord and a lot of Diablo stuff lately, and then a lot of Sailor Moon stuff lately. So yeah. What? I'm not gonna cut that. I'm gonna put it to the side. A lot of things I will have to have two of because they're like the sleep parts. Dogs are the same way. Yeah, it's for how many toys that I've gotten Yuki. She has probably like her two favorite ones are, it's this little plastic base with like a wire that has a butterfly on the end, and it'll rotate if you put the button on. She likes that one still. Not as much as when she was even littler, but her biggest favorite toy, and it was like $5 on Amazon, it was a pack of 20. There are all these plastic little springs like that big. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. They're her favorite toy, and she just runs around the house with them. They end up in every room, and like I have to go around and check under every surface because she loses half of them. But she has a bunch of other toys. She has like little stuffed mice and things, and she plays with them occasionally, but they're not her absolute go-to toys. But she's definitely a biter right now, like a play biter, and then with her teething is kind of bad. She was awful yesterday. She had to go in timeout for a lot. But today she seems pretty well, so I don't know if maybe whatever tooth was hurting her came out, since she's in the process of losing baby teeth. And hopefully it won't be too bad for too much longer. So. She's also obsessed with my hair. She loves to eat it. Like in bed, she'll just, so I have like multiple pillows, and I'll typically have them sitting up. And she'll sit at the top part, and I'll have my hair just laying on the pillow, and she'll come and just start eating it. Like she doesn't swallow it, but she's just like chewing on it, and she's like, leave me alone, I just want to sleep. And then she, if I'm taking a bath, she'll come, she loves bath time. Like, she doesn't want to go in the water now, but she loves just being in between the shower curtains or sitting on the bath wall, the bathtub wall, and she'll reach in and grab my hair and try to like rescue me, like pull it out and jump out of the tub. It's cute. But have to be really aware of like if I put anything into the bath water, like any soap or whatnot, because she likes to drink out of it. I gotta be careful and make sure she doesn't do that, or I lock her out of the room. And then she screams because she wants in really bad. Oh, I didn't cut all the way there. Come on. Here we go. Mr. Boss. How are you? The Supreme is a slander. You can do nothing wrong. Yeah. I'm just happy I'm not having to scream at her right now and tell her no constantly. I'm teaching her a really cute routine at night for dinner. And I used to do this with my other cats too, but she gets wet food at night and she has a bunch of different options, especially because Fluff, I had so many different brands because Fluff would every other day be like, nope, I don't want to eat this anymore. So now I get like 5 different types out and I'll put them all, like if she's right here, I'll put them all in front of her and be like, do you want this one, this one, this one, this one? And let her pick it out. She'll smell each one, and whichever one she's kind of more gravitated to, I'll open it in front of her and let her sniff it, and she gets all excited and put it in. And then I'm trying to get it where, it works every now and then, but I'm still trying to train her, where you have the food in your hand afterwards, and then she has to meow for me to take a step to her where she gets the actual food, like her food main bowl. And trying to get that. She does it every now and then, but she's still kind of like, still confused a little bit, but trying to do it repetitively to start getting it into her little brain. So, it's cute though, and she does it. And then she constantly just rubs me, like my legs and everything. She puts her baby teeth under her pillow. Does the tooth fairy bring her some kibble? I'd have to find them. Her teeth are just so tiny. They're so little. She's got really cute teeth though. They're really pretty for a cat. It's kind of weird. Okay, that one's done. Maybe there's a bit of parts. Trying to train a cat is like sampling water or stamp what? I've trained cats pretty well. I've got her to come when I call her. And she follows me around. It's more of like training them with a routine in mind kind of thing, so. Oops. She's been extra quiet today, so I'm kind of like, I feel like I might need to go check on her in a bit. Make sure she's not in trouble somewhere. Her other favorite thing is the piano. There's a blanket that sits over it, and she loves pulling the blanket off and playing the blanket. Sorry, excuse me. Ugh. Ugh. was Dr. Pepper break. It's like this one, and then one more after this, and then we can start getting our fabric out. So anybody else working on a costume or prop right now? I know some of y'all have been saying it, but anybody else have something? Oh, your cat's funny, real. All the pictures you share of him. Drink, okay. Okay. Cheers. With my normal water. I feel another sneeze coming on. Ugh. We'll see. I hope it passes. Ugh. We've had tons and tons of rain lately here, and it's kind of like everything is resprouting again, and ugh. Also dust for, well, I guess pollen or whatever. I don't know. It's a weird system, like, season here. It was so creepy. There was so many, like, last night, I thought the windows were open because it was so loud. There were so many locusts just, like, chippering, and I'm, like, really afraid of locusts. I hate them. Just because I had one get trapped in my hair when I was a kid, and it just buzzed, and it's kind of scarred me for life. But oh, they were so creepy, and that's like the first night that I've heard them here, so I think because of how much rain we got, they like all hatched or something. Ugh. I hate bugs. Alrighty, there is all of our pieces. So now we can start getting our fabric out. Hi Brian, welcome on. You're working on an actual doll of your character, Blue Menace. Ah, very cool. Are you doing it, is it like a small doll or is it like a huge one? Oh. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one or this one. And then all of my white. Hopefully I have enough. You're doing a male superhero Sailor Moon? Cool. Yeah. Dark Deku, that's cool. I love seeing all the different versions from My Hero of like what people have been making. Oh, I never, oops. Y'all didn't tell me I didn't put that up for live on Discord. I'm getting my reference image out right now. Let's see. It's gonna be the light color one for the sleeves. I think I might do these as the detail trim though. So we'll mostly use this one. Okay. Actually, let's put them in piles. So you are all the white ones. Blue, white, blue, white. Okay. There. And I need 2 of this one. So I remember that. Yeah, we got that. I always buy more than I need, but I also don't remember when I walk away for so long. Okay. And I'm gonna get my iron out so we can iron them real quick. One day I'll get a new ironing board. And a new iron. But if it's not broke, then I don't need to spend the money on it. So. Amy, welcome on. I think you said in Discord it was your birthday yesterday? If you're the same Amy, happy birthday. Or a late birthday. You added more to your want to cosplay list? That's cool. Still works. I forgot I need to turn it up. Crochet plushie. Ooh. That's cool. I tried to learn crochet from my grandma a long time ago. I could make a chain, but I could never add on to the chain. Yeah. I've not played Horizon, but I've watched people play it. It was just not my thing. Oh, you're still. Hey, wait. Yeah, sorry, I didn't read your second part. Yeah. Happy birthday. There we go. I like saw your name but didn't read what you had wrote, and it just like popped in my head. It's really awkward doing this on a table. I normally do this on the floor. It just feels so high right now, especially with the camera like right here. I think I'm gonna turn that camera off. It's like uncomfortable for me because it's so close. Move that that way. And then, can I rotate this? I'll just do that. And kind of that. It doesn't cut me off too much. It's a little better view, kinda. A little harder for me to read chat though. But I mean, I read chat like half the time anyway, because I have a hard time with it anyway. Okay. My biggest piece of advice for newbies for sewing: always iron your fabric. It's just gonna be so much better, and you're gonna have so much better seams when sewing and doing everything else. to the side. Don't forget to like the video while you're live. It helps with links, Caspian. Barbie's ironing board? What are you talking about? This is just like a basic one I got from Target a long time ago because I hate the huge ironing boards. And then like I have a small little mat, but it's not flat. It's like, it's more for the Cricut stuff, the specific Cricut iron thingies. Okay, that should be fine for that. Let me unplug it. And then we'll put it on the ground. A lot. Okay, flip over to that one, and then we'll rechange that. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. Close enough. Alrighty, and we're gonna put our patterns on. I do feel like it's kind of see-through, but it should be fine because we're having other pieces come on top. Yuki! Hi! Yes? You want to say hi to everybody and get into trouble? Good girl. You can sit on my chair. Please don't go crazy. She likes to jump all the way to the top of the chair, and then she like crazy cats. Really bad. You can stay in here if you're gonna be a nice kitty. But only if you're gonna be a nice kitty. Alright, tomatoes. Oh, that's the other thing. She likes to try, she grabs the needles out of here and then we'll walk around, and I have to hide all of them really high up. They can't be on my my sewing table anymore because she jumps up there, and I have like tape everywhere trying to not have them all out. She's crazy. She's crazy. He's so good. Yes. You little Yuki. Okay, bye. Please don't rub against the iron. Okay, that's fine. Let me see. I'm behind on reading things. Sorry. Yes. Cool. You're making a watcher from Horizon now, and your friend is doing cosplay. First or 1 year project. It was kind of crazy. That's cool though. It's always fun to cosplay with somebody else. Just make sure y'all are keeping each other in line for making it, because sometimes you can have a falling out with a friend who you're cosplaying with, and I would hate to see that happen. For like somebody doesn't make theirs and then you're by yourself and kind of sad or whatever. So keep both of y'all motivated and check in on one another. Yeah. like things, thinking in cosplay and making Sherlock Holmes. Haven't you been working on the Sherlock one for a while now? Or is this another one? Because I feel like you talked about that one a long time ago. Not trying to rush you or anything. Hi, Triple, welcome in. Yuki, what are you doing? I caught her the other day laying in the sink in the bathroom, and I'm trying to keep her not on there, like keep her down, but it was also kind of cute because I'm used to my past kitties, like when I had a bigger bathroom, not just a sink in the bathroom, and it's the one bathroom that we have here. It's very small and like kind of claustrophobic, but my other cat, Chella, if y'all remember her from a few years ago, she's also passed, but she used to fill up the entire sinks at all of my places, and she was a water cat. She loved drinking out of the faucets. But Yuki was laying in there, and it was just like so cute because the sink's like this big, but she's just like this little corner spot over here, and it was just like, oh. Can't get mad at a cute thing, which is why she's just a little devil in disguise. She'll get away with murder. Okay. And this piece we'll need 2 of. Start that one just before. Oh, okay. That's not long then. Alright. To Trace. Trace. She's around before your time? Yeah. She was... I had her since I was... I think in middle school. Maybe? I don't know. She went to a lot of different places. She went with me through high school, through college, moving around from San Marcos to San Antonio to Kerrville to all these other places. Yeah, she passed, is it 2 or 3 years ago? I'm not sure. I don't remember offhand. It was right before Valentine's Day, and it crippled me. Bless you, Yuki. Trying to keep it as much as possible in the stream, but having a little hard time with it. Yeah, I'm hoping I'll be able to find a good spot in Houston for a photo shoot for this costume. Since I'll have Jessie and Jesse was good for my photographer when I was back in Round Rock. And when I say photographer, it's like they take the picture. I tell them, go in this angle, take the picture, and then I edit it all later. But she was good at getting the correct angles, and she was short like me, so she understood the more angles of what looks better on you. That's the big thing is a lot of photographers, me being female, and a lot of photographers are male, and in general, most of the male photographers are taller than me, because I'm only 5'2". Yuki, don't be on there, please. No. And the big issue with photographers is most of the time they like to shoot straight forward, well, straightforward for them is slightly higher, so it makes me look short and stumpy. And for short people, to make them look longer, you go down and you shoot up. And that makes someone longer in general, and the photos look more appealing. So yeah, are you helping me? She's gonna eat the pin. She really liked chewing my metal spoon last night. Helped with her teeth a lot. Yes, that's my hand. Oh, thank you. Like, it's fine. He's fine. And now you're going to bite me. Thank you. Okay. You can sit there. That's fine. That's fine. This is actually really cute right now. Okay, we gotta do a second one of these. I'm gonna go ahead and do it that way so it takes up less fabric. What do you think, Yuki? Oh, you're gonna play with my hair now. Okay. She's what y'all have been waiting for this whole time. Not for actually me working on things. Y'all want to see her. I know how this goes. The stream's not really about me. It's about her. She is the star. And she's falling. Hi, Yuki. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know you're thinking it. I would like to keep her off the table. Oh, maybe after I'm done tracing this. Come here. Come here, little one. Come here. Yeah. Oh, that's my Yuki. It's my Yuki. Hi, Francesca. Welcome on. And Tucson. Welcome on. And Voxy, everybody. Oh, you're just gonna be a biting mood. If you're gonna bite, we're gonna move you out of the room. We don't want a biting kitty. We don't want a biting kitty. Yeah. You go down there. Good girl. Okay. Cat hair now. Oops. Missed a spot. Okay. There is that. We can cut them. She's also really bad at wanting to play while I am cutting with scissors. So trying to teach her not to do that, preferably. Oh, really? Is mine go? Is mine the little one? Okay. Cut these out. Yes, hi. What's my human doing now? Oh, a new I know. She has pieces of scrap fabric around the house that's hers. She has one of my samples that I did a small little, just like a string part that I kind of sewed, gave it to her, and she's loved it. I don't know where it is now because it's disappeared. It's probably under something, or under the bathroom sink. There's like a tiny little spot that's like that big that she crawls under constantly, and I'm waiting for her to get stuck as she grows, because she's getting to that point where her chunky little butt is not gonna fit anymore. She is definitely a happy kitty that is very much loved and gets her food. Please don't do that. No. Come on. You stay here. Stay there. She's gonna bounce up here again and attack. She's in that mode. Hi again. Yuki is the only kitty now, Boxy. So, yeah. But this is Yuki. If you don't know her, she is now 18 weeks, and she is a purebred ragdoll, which is the breed of cat, and her name, Yuki, means snow in Japanese. Nope. And with ragdolls, they actually do change color. So she is a... Okay, she can play with that. Her specific color is a mitted lilac, which means she's going to be more gray in the face, and she has slight little white mittens on her paws. But she may potentially turn a full cream color, where some ragdolls, so the ragdoll breed, everybody starts as a white kitten, and then they change as they get older, and apparently it has to do with like their temperature of the body, and certain ones will turn an extremely dark chocolatey color, but start off white. So I'm kind of curious what color she's going to turn into. She's like a little Pokemon. She's going to transform overnight. Oh, you're eating the paper now. Why did you do that? Thank you. Yes, just keep playing with the string. The string is fine. Starting to wind up pretty bad. I know, she wants to be on the table. I don't want her to be on the table. Other cats, I was fine with them being on the table because they knew not to step on anything and they wouldn't bite things. For her, she bites everything. She's still curious. She's still, like, steps on every single thing, and, like, I have to be really careful with my resin stuff right now because my resin prints. I do all the cleaning process and everything, but when I bring them up here, I'm still doing the LED, the little UV lights on them to fully cure them, but I don't want her to touch them. I don't want her paws on them, and I'm trying to be extra safe with her, where if I do any type of sanding, because I'm still trying to train her not to do anything and not to jump, she has to be out of the room completely now. Where the other cats, they'd come and visit, but they didn't really care. Like, they didn't want to be in the same room because it's, hey, no. sitting on the cord. But yeah, the other cats, they'd come and say like hi, but then they'd walk out because they don't want to be in the same room with the loud noise. But her, she'll just be a little troublemaker, as y'all have seen. So yeah. How do you cut on the lines? I just cut. I guess from metalsmithing, so if you want to visualize cutting on the line, visualize cutting slightly off. So like if I'm cutting down the line this way, instead of cutting on the line, cut slightly to the right of it, so that way you end up on the line. Might help. And then that way you don't undercut it. But for me, all of these pieces, when I made the pattern, I had already put my seam allowance in all of them. So, and for my seam allowance, I always do a little bit extra than what I need. So typically I'll do a 0.25 seam allowance for parts that connect, and then for parts that don't, where I'm going to basically do an end piece, so it's going to be folded, and then I'm going to fold it again to hide that seam. I do a 0.5, let's not chew on that. I do a 0.5 seam allowance on that part to allow for the rolling, if that makes sense. But I don't really know, because I don't work with other people's patterns, and I've never quite understood patterns for like store-bought ones from Joann's. Nothing ever fit me because I'm a lot smaller than most of the patterns, and I had to change them so much that I just never quite understood them. So I've just always made my own patterns, and I don't understand how real patterns are, like what they fully mean. So this is just how I've always done it, but I don't know what the general seam allowance is on normal patterns, so I don't really know. I will not say I'm an expert at sewing. I'm just all self-taught, and the way I do my stuff is how I've always kind of like done, from learning from mistakes, and I try to improve my sewing with every project. I think my sewing's pretty decent, but I definitely don't know. I don't know what I don't know, and I know that I'm not a historical fashion like seamstress. But I can appreciate it, and I know when I see it, and I know, like, I can't tell you the different stitch names, but I can tell you which one's more complex and which one like does this and this, and because I'm terrible at remembering names. So oh, you're gonna play with the tape now. Let's not, because I want it to be an evil tape that you're still not friends with. Yeah. He's gonna, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know cats change their colors either. I was just curious, like doing more research on her breed, and I had no idea. I thought she's gonna look like this. And she's not. She's gonna change, and I'm totally fine with that, but I'm also like, her name means snow. I hope she stays a little bit lighter in color, because it might be a different name later on. Like, I won't change her name, but it might be a little funny if she ends up being like a fully dark chocolate cat. There's like, when I was looking into the ragdoll breed, there's a bunch of different color ones, and hers is one of the more rare ones because of the gray lilac. So her nose right now is gray, and it's slowly been spreading outward. So I'm expecting her whole face is gonna end up being gray, like a little circle. And then she's gonna be, she already has a darker cream tail, and I'm expecting that to turn like a light brown and the rest of her body to be a light cream, because she's still, you can see like her paws are white, but then it's slightly cream a little bit above it, so I think it's gonna change over time. So, okay, we've got that part. For me, so we won't be doing a lot of sewing, or we probably won't do any sewing this stream, just because most of these pieces I'm going to be doing like, so with the skirt, if y'all saw back here, like all of the elements on the skirt were all airbrush painted on. So I made these stencils, so it'll be the same thing where like this piece right here, so this part, I'll end up putting this piece onto my sticker paper, and with the Cricut machine I'll cut it out, and then I'll put it on top of here, and then I'll airbrush that part white. So it'll, sorry, I have the hiccups. It'll match the rest of the skirt. So yeah, with that part, and then some of the other elements are like blue lines that I'll have to do on the white part, and then for all of the trim it's going to be gold. So a lot of the pieces I need to attach while they're flat, and then once it's done, then I'll start sewing it. But this part is this section that will go here and wrap around, so it'll fit like that. So yeah, as it sticks to me. And then these parts are the top of the sleeve, and then they'll end up, and that's the collar part. That will end up being there. And then these are the cuffs that'll end up being attached like that. And that's what's gonna hold the shape, hopefully, to kind of make it flare out. So once it's done, this piece, the fabric will be attached to it. And hopefully it'll kind of keep its shape. We'll see. It's all an experiment. Easy. Yes, you're being a troublemaker. Come here. Hi. Go in now. Good girl. Zoom away. Okay. What are you playing me now? You. Can you not do that, please? Getting in all the bags today. Such a troublemaker. Okay, so that's that piece. Let us put it over here on the sewing machine because she can't get up there, hopefully. You can't dye cat's hair white. You can bleach, but I would not want to bleach an animal because that is bad. They do have like pet safe dyes, but it's not a permanent thing. So don't ever bleach your cat or your dog. We're done with blue, so we're in white now. Okay, let's see. What scrappas do I have? Because I'd like to use the scraps first. Oh, this was, so with the veil, I'm so happy with how it turned out. I'll bring it over. Yee. So yeah, that's the veil part. And that's all airbrush painted on the same way. But then it's just magnets right there. And then I've got a tiny bit of Velcro just to ensure that if it does get bonked, because I always scared with magnets because you just hit it once, then it comes loose. So yeah, but I'm pretty happy with them. to iron some of this though. Oh, she knocked it all down. Of course she did. What else was I thinking? Okay, so let me look at these real quick because some of these we have to cut 2 out of. Actually, most of these we have to cut 2 out of. So this one's times 2. Times 2. Technically, I can just do this one times 1, 2, 3, 4. Just get rid of you. Or I'll push you over here. Same with this one. So this one's times 4. And then this one. So this one in the image is actually a lot darker of a white. So I want to double layer this. So I'm going to do times 2. And this is, if you see the detail here, oh, sorry, I didn't realize I flipped it. Boop, there we go. So if you see the detail here, I plan on doing the stencil with that as well, with the blue. So, yeah. And then this will end up being attached there afterwards. Okay, we are pretty good. So let's go ahead and just iron stuff. Hi, I'm taking your toy. It's mine now. Thank you. Please don't jump up here. And then we need to turn this down so we don't burn it or melt it. We're gonna flip to that one, rotate that, and then that, and then raise this some. Kinda still see stuff. So we'll wait a little bit for it to heat up. Seam allowances seem start, yeah. Extremely dark brown and point where her. Yeah, I've had one of my friends growing up had a Persian, and its hair was like the color of it was technically blue because it was a dark black, but it shimmered a blue color, and it was the type of Persian color it was. It was pretty cool. I'd never seen it before, but yeah. Ches is also no longer Noxie. It's just Yuki. Yeah, it's been a hard few months with the critters. Yeah. For those that are on Instagram or on TikTok, I'm actually live streaming on Tiffany Gordon Cosplay. Sorry, YouTube.com/Tiffany Gordon Cosplay, and that is where I'm reading chat and answering questions. So if you got questions or any comments or whatever, go over there. So yeah. Do a little test. Yeah, we should be good. Just a small little hit of it. The chiffon, I think, is the material. Yeah, it was Ches 1 month, and I was already in the process of looking and getting Yuki, and then I got Yuki the next month, and then it was Fluff the month after. So it's been a little rough for me. I don't think we're gonna use any more, but we'll still iron it just in case. Nah, that's okay. People like Blender because it's free for the most part for 3D modeling. I don't like working with it. I actually use Rhino 6, but that's because I am professionally trained in it, and that's more of a jewelry CAD program. I definitely don't recommend it because it's stupid expensive. Same with Lightroom, or I'm sorry, not Lightroom, ZBrush. ZBrush is really fun, can be complex, but it's also really expensive. So I use Rhino for, well, I use Adobe for my 2D line work, but then sometimes I'll use Rhino for my 2D line work because it snaps really easily. And then I'll do my base CAD and get my 3D shapes with that. And then I use a program which is really affordable, and it's called Nomen Sculpt. The only downfall with it is you can't use it on your computer. It's only for tablet or for your phone. It's an app right now, but it's, if you have a tablet, it's really good to use, and it works so much better than Blender. And that's what I've been using for, once I get my main shapes done, I take it into Nomad, and then I'll do my sculpting with that, and it works really well. And I think for buying that, it's, I want to say like for the year, it's, or is it a one-time purchase? Which one am I thinking of? Whoops. I'm thinking of Lychee Slicer. That's my slicer program. But for the year, I think Nomad, why are you not sticking? Did you finally just like become unloose? Let me see. No, it's okay. Let me move this. But Nomad I think was like only $20 or something to buy, and then Lychee, whatever you say, Lychee Slicer, is what I use for my resin printing, for doing hollowing, for doing the holes in them, for doing any of my support tree structures. Okay, I think I fixed it. I do need to just iron a bunch of it. I'm trying to work, but she's in the room, and I don't want to like put stuff on the ground and have her, it's complicated with her. We're gonna do this. We're adapting because we have the cat and we have to. Okay. Yeah, if you weren't able to go to any of my conventions recently, I put up on YouTube some of the panels that I did. So one was leather for beginners, one was how to make a breastplate pattern using saran wrap and masking tape, which is how I did this. And then what were some of the other ones? Oh, I got put into a YouTuber's panel, and I was like, I don't feel like I belong here because I was the smallest like person out of all of them. Because my YouTube channel, I have like 37,000 or something, but all of them had like 150,000 to like 500,000 or something like that, and it's just like, I don't feel like I qualify for this, and it's mostly my shorts that everybody likes on my channel, not like my actual videos. I don't know how useful it would be, but it's still kind of cool, I guess. One day, I will do my vlogs again and post those of the conventions. Having fun eating that paper. Yeah, that's how I got Rhino, is the student license. And I think it was when I got it years and years ago, it was like, it was still pretty expensive. It was $200. But I don't know if they have changed it or not. Okay, I really need the room now. So we'll see if she is smart enough to leave the iron alone while it's hot. But yeah, I've seen people use the Fusion. I have not personally used it, so I can't really give my thoughts on that one. Can I put you on it? Oh, I need two of you. It'd be easier to cut that one on the other one. How about you? Still need two, but that'd be fine. Honestly, this would be easier if I had my cutting mat on top of it, or underneath it, and then we just kind of cut. Let's see if I can do that. I don't want to get my big one out. I don't know how well it's gonna cut, so we'll see. We will see. Yeah. Jason, you changed your name. Gonna keep the stream on, but can't chat. All good. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Yeah, it seems a little better. Eventually the 100K mark will happen. Yeah, one day. Hopefully soon, but I don't think it's gonna happen soon. I would love for my channel, like my actual tutorials, to blow up and not just my shorts that are 1 minute little videos. Because the short videos have so many trolls on them, it's so annoying. The YouTube panel was super helpful. I'm glad you found it helpful. I didn't know if it was like gonna be helpful or not. What did you find helpful about that one, if you don't mind me asking, Rue? I know you saw all of them in person, I believe. Or at least my main ones, I know you were at them. Oh, you're gonna hug my leg. Thank you. Thank you, Yuki. Maybe she will go and lay down. Okay, that piece is done. That to the side. Yeah. Cliff. I think the most annoying thing I have right now is I did the video a long time ago, and it was quit cosplaying, it's stupid or whatever, because it was like a generic, you put in all the stuff, like you put in your images and it's just like a CapCut kind of thing, and it blew up on TikTok, and I don't know all of them, but YouTube it hit like 3.4 million, and all the trolls on there, the biggest thing they have is nobody says that, shut up, which actually I hear it all the time, and I also got a lot of death threats on that video. We had to change monetization, or monetization. Is it? I always have trouble with those words. To hit certain words, and there's a lot of really bad comments on that one. But then the other one is the argument of everybody calling me a furry. And it's like, okay, 12-year-olds, I don't think you'll actually know what a furry is, because I'm not in a fur costume in any of this, and the only thing I could think of is because I had a tail at the beginning of the video, and it was for my K to Ari costume, and nobody got that, except for like a few people, and then the only other one was like at the end I had, my Bear Off wig on, which if you only see the wig is kind of like a yellow like fur thing, but I don't know why everybody's just like saying that and like back and forth of like, I don't support you because you're a furry, or I support you because you're not a furry, and it's just like the battle of, well, what the hell do y'all want? Like, what are y'all saying? It's so stupid. So. One. The closest you get to a furry was, I know, Lone Wolf Hanzo, because it had a wolf head. That's the only thing, and it's like, that wasn't even in the video. Like, it's not supposed to be it's an animal head, but it's supposed to be like a tribal thing, kind of, and people are stupid, so. Yee! Welcome to the community. You've never been on in like forever. How are you? Missed any Cononauts? I will be at Anime Matsuri next week, which I know is a convention I normally see you at. In case you are going this year. Otherwise, the only one is BlizzCon, and right now I'm going as an attendee. But there is a secret one, but I can't announce that one as well. Trick them with candy. Yeah. When we cut and choose box. You have to figure out how one-day badges work there. You only have done weekends before. I hope you haven't sold out. Yeah, I don't know what their situation is for badges. For me, it's gonna be Nilou from Genshin Impact, Megumin from Konosuba, and then it's between my Gundam and then my San cosplay from Princess Mononoke, and it's gonna depend on how much room I have in my suitcase since I have to fly. But the Gundam, if I am gonna bring it, will be on Sunday. All my panels. I've got the leather one, which is on Friday, and then the cosplay competition, as well as the panel for how to prep for a cosplay contest, are on Saturday. Welcome back. That edge. Oh, you found a really long string. Thank you for bringing it to me. Hi, little thing. You gonna bite me again? Yeah. Okay, there. I'm like so far behind. Yuki, you were scratching my chair so bad. Come here. Come here so I can hold you and you can bite me while I read. Have a good mic, speak clearly, don't expect instant fame, and most importantly, have fun. Yep. You got a mat there, Yuki. I need to get it. Or we'll get it later. You wanna lick me? Thank you. Then you'll bite me, right? Yee! Your booth be in normal place again? Sorry. I have no idea where my booth's gonna be this year. It'll be with the other cosplay guests, but I don't know what their layout is this year. Welcome to the community also. For those that are on Instagram or on TikTok, I'm actually live streaming on youtube.com/TiffanyCosplay, and that is where I am reading chat and answering questions. So that's the place. Yes. Still have a lot more to cut out, and this is really annoying with everything. I need to iron more too. Okay, he'll go down. We've got like 3 pieces of these cut out, and now I have to do like the actual iron. We've got 3 o'clock. Might be good though to end here though. I was gonna end the stream earlier than normal. I have to go and deal with some passport stuff and go to the post office, and I want to get there before it closes, so we're gonna end our stream there today. I will flip to this camera. Wajah. But thank you guys so much for watching today. If you were on Instagram or on TikTok, I was actually live streaming on youtube.com/TiffanyCosplay, and that's where I do all of my live crafting streams, as well as where I actually read the chat. So yes, for those that were here on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, would love to have you as part of our community, so subscribe to the channel. It is free, as well as don't forget to like the video. It helps with the algorithm. If you'd like to show some support financially, as this is my full-time employment, you can always join the channel and become a member here on YouTube. There's different tiers depending on what you want, and early access and emotes and things like that, so yeah. But I appreciate all of the support as Yuki eats things on the ground. But a big thank you to Adam and Real for the remembers. I really appreciate the support. Reminder that next week I will be a guest at Anime Matsuri, which is in Houston, Texas. I'll be doing panels as well as have a booth there and judging the cosplay contest. I look forward to seeing everybody there. Thank you to our 2 new sponsors, which are Smooth On and Ronald Advanced Materials, RAM, for your support. And I think that's all. I don't know if I missed anything. But yeah, hi Yoshi, welcome on. So yeah, next week there will be no stream just because I'll be going to the convention and getting ready. So this will be our last stream on Nilou. And then when we come back, I don't know which day I fly back. So I don't know if I will be streaming the week of the 14th. We'll see. We will see. But we will be working on Lilith next, specifically the wings and the tail. So those will be what will be coming next for our live crafting streams, and we'll see how that goes. So much love guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.